What's good, T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shades College Hill Celebrity Edition Season 2, Episode 6 review. BET, you almost lost a subscriber after today's episode because y'all tried it and y'all tried my edges. That's why my hair falling out now. I'm going bald on the side because of y'all. Y'all tried it. So we pick up exactly where we left off last week with Kway and Amber. You know, they had got into it because he felt like he was sticking up for her when it came to the Ox Court situation with Jocelyn. But she felt like he was doing too much. She didn't care or whatever. So the next day, Iman and Parker talk about what happened with them. And Iman is coming from the standpoint of that he thought that Kway was just doing too much. Like he was drunk and tripping and getting mad about an Ox Court like it wasn't that deep. So Jocelyn comes out and they talk about it in front of her, and she just basically like, she don't care, whatever. So we then go to Kway upstairs in the room with Amber, and he apologizes for, you know, making it such a big deal, but says that he felt like people were playing in her face, aka Jocelyn. And Amber was like, people have been playing in my face my whole life. Like, I don't care. I ain't thinking about Jocelyn. It is what it is. But you can tell she was just trying to ignore Jocelyn and try not to let Jocelyn get to her, but she was very annoyed and irritated by her at this point. So the house decides that they're going to dress up for Halloween when they go to school. You know, Halloween is Amber's favorite time of the year. Tiffany tells Amber and Kway not to look in the pictures, child, in that room, because ever since she looked at the picture, weird stuff had been happening in the house. So they all realized, Tiffany, Amber, and Kway, that they all have been having like the same nightmare of somebody running and being chased. Baby, at that point, I would have said, forget College Hill, forget the Celebrity Edition, forget all of this. I'm out of here because I'm not about to be playing with y'all. We've been talking about all this Negro spiritual stuff. Maybe them the slaves running. I don't know, baby, but no. I would have got some oil and blessed that house so fast, I wouldn't have cared how Amber felt about it. So that night, Kway, Tiffany, and Amber in the room sleep, and they hear knocking on the door, but ain't nobody there. So they're all freaked out. And then all of a sudden, the bathroom door creaks open by itself, and they run for their lives. Run for their lives screaming. Ray J just so happens to be up, and he gets a knife and starts stabbing the ghost child to get them to leave. And Amber says she feels a lot safer with Ray J in the room. He does a little prayer or whatever. Of course, she don't believe in it, but she believed in it enough, child, that she slept in the same bed with him so she wouldn't be scared. It did something. Y'all ain't heard nothing else, Amber. So the next day, they dress up, like I said, for Halloween. Amber looked so good as Eminem, like spot on. Jocelyn was Harley Quinn. Isn't it apropos? Yeah. Very, very on point. Tiffany tells Orion, that you can use can of butter during sex. And I just felt like that was something that me personally, that I didn't need to hear or see, witness, be a party to. I'm tired of being disrespected by y'all reality show people. Like y'all just indulge or divulge, excuse me, too much. I don't need the visual. Orion in his confession said Tiffany been crushing on me since the game. I feel like it's something there. In class, Jocelyn says that she wanted segregation like Wakanda, child. Baby, Wakanda ain't real, okay? So with her saying that is basically excluding Amber, which is problematic. They go to African American Lit, and Orion reads a poem by Langston Hughes about black women. And Jocelyn says, traditional Western beauty sucks. I hate to say that for the whitey whites. Is there any white people in here? Oh, just Amber, but she's mixed. And the teacher is like, hold up, Jocelyn, like, chill out. She was like, no, professor. I have the freedom of speech to say black people look better than white people. yeah, you do have that right, but it's still rude and it's still doing team too much. And she was just being loud and combative. And I don't know if y'all saw the video that Jocelyn posted last week when she was doing a club show. And she said that this was the first time that she had performed without being high off of cocaine or pills or anything. I think that she was personally high. I think that she had sniffed something before class and she was ramped up. That's what I honestly feel. Amber, of course, is offended, so she gets up and leaves the class so it won't escalate. Tiffany feels like Jocelyn keeps pushing Amber in her confessional. Amber returns, she done calmed down, and Amber says that she doesn't fit in black or white spaces. Jocelyn says, oh, I'm sorry, let me go back, because the teacher says, let's discuss racial mountains. And that's what make Amber says that she doesn't fit in or in black or white spaces. And Jocelyn says, you give me more black than white, though. Amber confronts her about her whitey white comments and how she directed it towards her earlier. And Jocelyn was like, you're being sensitive. You're not white, though. You're black. And Amber was like, my father is white, though. And Jocelyn was like, well, to me, you're black. And Amber says, it's not about you, though. It's about me. And she's 100% right. She's both. She cannot deny one over the other. She is both. It's obvious. You know what I'm saying? So Jocelyn was like, it is about me when I feel like saying what I want to say. You can't check me on that. And if you're going to check me, then check me. So Amber was like, I'm checking you now. And the professor was like, Jocelyn. And Jocelyn was like, no. Your problem is you really want to be a white girl. Your problem is you really don't want to be black. And the professor's like, Jocelyn. And Amber gets up at this point, and Jocelyn thinks she's about to leave the class again. And she was like, there she go, cry baby, cry. Girl, what grade are we in, Jocelyn? You had to be high to be sitting up here talking about some cry baby. Like, were you having flashbacks to your childhood? Like, what were you on? So Amber commits to stealing on her, and then it goes to black. And BET decided for both parties they weren't going to show it. BET, y'all done amped up this thing, and then y'all ain't going to show it. What was the point? Y'all irk. Really do. I seriously do not appreciate BET wasting our time. Y'all show everything else. Why you ain't show that? All of a sudden, BET is the moral police. Get out of here with this foolishness. Please stop. Please stop. Like, y'all real trash for that. If y'all wasn't going to show it, y'all shouldn't even show none of it. Wasting our dang on time. So Tiffany, was after the fight is just like hysterical. And she was like, I didn't know if her head got smashed. Now, when Jocelyn was on the Drink Champs, she spoke about the fight and said that the person that she fought, she put her head through some glass or something like that. I mean, it's obvious that she didn't put her face through some glass. It's obvious that her face was just pressed up against the glass. There was nothing physically wrong with Amber after the fight. I know on next week's episode, Jocelyn's going to be crying to Dr. Petty saying she scratched up her face and this, that, and the third. But there was nothing wrong with Amber after the fight. The punch that we did get to see, she looked like she got a, little something behind it. I was like, okay, Amber, you ain't no punk. So the professor was like, we are not here to attack any student, especially a student's identity. True, amen. But, this is Jocelyn that we're talking about. Iman in his confession was like, we just saw Amber's racial mountain played out in front of us. He, Tiffany, and Ryan agree that Amber's point was made by what happened because she, once again, was being judged by black people, well, a black person about, quote unquote, wanting to be white. You know what I'm saying? Now, to be fair, Amber did an interview. I don't know when this was, but in this interview, she said that she did not identify as a black woman. This is what she said.
Absolutely not. I do not consider myself a black woman. Absolutely not. I do not consider myself a black woman. Absolutely not.
Now, I don't know what was said after that. How did she clarify things? If you know, let me know. But I saw this clip online and I felt it was, needed for me to share it. I think that probably she identifies as both a black and a white woman. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But it was really unfortunate what happened. I feel like Jocelyn did team too much. I feel like Jocelyn was high, and I feel like Jocelyn has a bully mentality. And I think that it plays upon her insecurities within herself, and that's why she feels the need to attack other people. And drug use, point blank, and the period. So Ray J feels like Amber shouldn't be made to leave after being taunted by Jocelyn. Kway was like, just don't say racist stuff. And we wouldn't have had this issue. So they leave with Amber to go head back to the house. Amber says she fine, child. So Ray J tells her that Jocelyn in there with the producers and telling everybody that she don't want to be on camera. I'm wondering, does she not want to be on camera because her face was scratched up or something, whatever the case may be. So Amber talks to producers about what happened and why she shouldn't be made to leave, because she says that she was being bullied by Jocelyn. She and Jocelyn have to go stay in separate hotels until the producers figure out what they're going to do. Parker was like, when Amber is packing up her bag to go to the hotel, Parker was like, you did something for all of us. Because I'm like, Parker, I know you wasn't going to stand up to a child, but she's mixed as well. You know what I'm saying? And what Jocelyn was saying was very, racist. It was mean. It was derogatory. It was, what's the other word I'm looking for? I can't think of it right now. But Jocelyn, as Amber is leaving, Jocelyn returns to the house. And Jocelyn says to, who was that? It was Ray J. She was like, that B fight like a white girl. She lucky I ain't put her head through that glass. And they just looking at her like, girl, you ain't done yet. So Iman, Tiffany, and Ryan returned to the house, and Iman apologizes to Kway and was like, I apologize because you were right the other night. I thought you were just getting into female business, but you picked up on something that we weren't picking up on. And Kway had been calling it out that he felt like Jocelyn was on some BS and was trying to start something, and she was. So Orion and Tiffany cook dinner together, and she is flirting so heavy with him. She dropping every one-liner out the book, and he is just not picking up the bait. So the group have a conference call with Dr. Petty about their grades, and Parker, out of the people that were in the house that day, had the highest GPA, and Kway had the lowest. He had like a D average or something like that. So he was really upset about his grades. Ray ends up FaceTiming with Nene about his grades and how he needs to pull up his C's. It was cute seeing Nene back on the screen and everything. And then at the end of the episode, we see Jocelyn and Amber meet with Dr. Petty and her associate separately to figure out if they're both going to be made to leave, if one is going to be made to leave, or what. Now, I heard that Jocelyn was told to leave and Amber was able to stay. So we'll find out next week. But once again, y'all tried it. We're not showing that fight. BET. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode down below in the comment section. Overall, I'm going to give this week's episode, I'm going to give it a B+ because they didn't show the fight. But I think that this episode was very telling. It was a good conversation to have about race relations amongst Black people and how we judge, mixed people. Not we, but some. You know what I'm saying? I thought this is a really important episode, though, overall. Y'all let me know once again down below in the comment section what you all thought. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell button. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.